Hey, altruistic friends and followers, besides well-known critics to whom I am thankful for letting me know my negatives. At the outset, and I wish you and your beloved a safe journey in 2021 too, in spite of the two waves of corona, they very much in a real zone in India, all with the high mortality rates besides other natural calamities all over the globe. To the social activists, some good-hearted preacher professors raised back the sheer ecstasy for my 158th video on annual of publication on YouTube today, 15th September 2021, Wednesday. The topic for today is adverse consequences of employment and underemployment. All these days I publish lengthy videos, but with the effects from my last video, my videos will be short and sweet. Videos with subtitles for better understanding. Unemployment is lack of job, according to OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, is persons above a specified age, usually 15, not being in paid employment or self-employment, but currently available for work during the reference period. Underemployment is job basically below with qualifications, skills, and experience. Underemployment is a measure of employment and labor utilization in the economy, that how well the labor force is being used in terms of skills, experience, and availability to work. People who are classified as underemployed include workers who are highly skilled but working in low paying or low skilled jobs, and part time workers who would prefer to be full time. This is different from unemployment in that the person is working but not in the full capacity. Freelancer is like a consultant working on once a while, a writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long term contract with any of them. I can't even think of one positive effect of unemployment and underemployment. I am willing to update my knowledge if we differ. Both unemployment as well as underemployment are altruistic social evils. Pandemics and epidemics ultimately result in a spiral increase of unemployment and underemployment. A summary of adverse consequences of employment and underemployment follow: lower GDP, gross domestic product, national product, whatever, global financial meltdown, business establishments either closing down or scaling down their operation, reduction of manpower, salary reduction, organizations benching their manpower. This is very common in IT field. Nations' budget shrink. Governments are forced to implement austerity measures. Families are forced to curtail their expenses, focus on saving for the rainy days. Middle income families have become poor. Low literally out on the streets. More people begging for arms, increase in crime rate, drastic increase in substance abuse, payment dwellers on the worst hit, on the increase, social isolation, exponential increase of suicides, more sexual predators even abusing kids, infants, and the elderly. Lack of affordability attributed to a reduction of earning leads to migration of students from private educational institutes to government educational institutes because it's free. Higher inflation rates, especially for essential items like food and medicines, more exploitation of the downtrodden, increase in borrowing beyond capacity by families for personal expenses, that too from private money lenders charging hefty penalties, people age faster, abnormal increase of child marriages, higher mortality rates, wealthier ones become more wealthy and poorer ones become more poor, demand for psychologists and psychiatrists shoots up, maintaining sanity level for common citizens becomes extremely tough. Rich poor divide widens. Individual skills erodes because of lack of human capital. Reduction of workers' social capital. Stress of being out of work and influence in individuals' physical and mental health, family dynamics, and the well-being of his or her children. Workers have to settle down for a job with lower wages, underemployment, when they are re-employed. Loss of income of parents, the prospects for the children, high and persistent unemployment in which Economic inequality increases as a negative effect on subsequent long-run economic growth. Unemployment harms growth because it's a waste of resources, generates redistributive pressures and subsequent distortions, drives people to poverty, constrains liquidity, limiting factor labor mobility, erodes self-esteem, promoting social dislocation, unrest, and conflicts. Unemployed individuals are unable to earn money to meet financial obligations. Failure to pay mortgage payments or to pay rent may lead to homelessness or eviction. Unemployment increases susceptibility to cardiovascular disease, somatizations, anxiety disorders, depression, and suicide. Unemployed people have higher rates of medication use, poor diet, physician visits, tobacco smoking, alcoholic beverage consumption, drug use, and lower rates of. Another cause for the unemployed is that the combination of unemployment, lack of financial resources, and social responsibilities may push unemployed workers to take jobs that do not fit their skills or allow them to use their talents. Employment can cause underemployment, and fear of job loss can spur psychological anxiety, causes depression, lack of confidence, and huge amounts of stress, which is increased when unemployed are faced with health issues, poverty, and lack of rational support. Rate of divorce is greater for couples when one partner is unemployed. Women are more likely to experience unemployment than men, that they are less likely to move from temporary positions to permanent positions. Men are more likely to experience greater stress, depression, and adverse effects from unemployment, largely stemming from the perceived threat of the role as breadwinners. Men expect themselves to be viewed as less manly than they actually are, and so compensating behaviors such as financial risk taking and increased assertiveness. Being unemployed can also reduce the life expectancy of workers by about 7 years. High unemployment can encourage xenophobia and protectionism since workers fear that foreigners are stealing their jobs. The efforts to preserve existing jobs of domestic and native workers include barriers against outsiders who want jobs, obstacles to immigration and or tariffs, and similar trade barriers against foreign competitors. High levels of unemployment can be causes of civil unrest. Rising unemployment has traditionally been regarded by the public and the media in any country as a generate key guarantor of electoral defeat for any government that oversees it. Is it good or bad? I leave that to you. Debates, discussion on open-ended topics like this can go on forever. Anyhow, let me pull the plug here. We'll meet again real soon with another. Some of the statements views expressed are solely mine based on limited knowledge gained over 6 decades of versatile experience. Always watch these videos with the closed caption, subtitles for absolute 100% comprehension as per my sincere recommendation zillion times so far. I have made it as my policy to complete the presentation within 20 minutes maximum. This time limit is self-imposed to retain the viewer's attention. Stay at home as much as possible to maintain social distancing attributed to pandemic novel COVID-19 and prolong your lifespan. Lead a healthy life. God, also known as the Supreme Power, is the one and only one who can put a stop to natural, unnatural, maybe bio-war and cyber war events like pandemics and epidemics, which ultimately paves the way for apocalypse and extinction of all sentient species on Earth for no fault of theirs. Rest in peace and harmony.